Hey everybody, I am finally back with a new video, and this video is going to be about my PAX. And this is my book right here. So this book is the RN pre-entrance exams. The LN, I'm sorry you guys, the NLN, that's a tongue twister, the NLN study guide. This book is going to be like your Bible if you're going to take your PAX. I took my PAX on Thursday, and when I tell you that PAX was difficult, it was very difficult. So at my school, you have 6 paragraphs for each, 6 passages. For each passage is 5 questions. And then you have additional 30 questions. And this is just like supposed to be like reading comprehension, lit, and vocabulary and sentences. All those, you only have 35 minutes to complete. 35 minutes, like, who could read 6 passages, answer 60 questions in 35 minutes? Like, that's a lot, but I got it done. And then, math, and in math, you get 60 questions, and you get 30 minutes to complete 60 questions. And science, you get 60 questions, and you get 40 minutes to complete 60 questions. So I really think the easiest thing for me was the reading and comprehension, because if you just read the passages and just answer the question, read the question and see what the question is asking you, it's right there in the passage. So those, I think that if you're not so strong in math and you're not so strong in science, you need to really pull it together and get it through for your reading comprehension. So after you finish your reading comprehension, your 6 paragraphs and your 30 questions, it's going to go to a different screen, but it's the same test. So that different screen is going to be different sentences and vocabulary. The vocabulary is really hit or miss. I really honestly don't think there's no way you could really study for a vocabulary test unless you knew exactly which vocabulary is on there. If you go in the book, they have different kind of vocabularies. So I'm going to be honest with y'all, I did read through the vocabularies, but I didn't really see anything from the vocabulary part on the test. And math, yeah, I seen a little bit of math from this book on the test, but the math is fairly easy. My school, this year they finally let us use a calculator. They don't let you use a scientific calculator, but you get a calculator like, just a regular cheap calculator they provide for you. So I guess it worked. A lot of percentages, a lot of decimals, a lot of fraction, mixed fraction. So if you know how to do all those, you'll be good to go. I would really just say just practice, but what you could use your calculator. Whatever you don't know, just put it in your calculator. Your calculator should help you, and I hope that your school does let you use a calculator, because I know last semester they didn't let us use a calculator, and this semester they changed the rules up, and this was my first time taking it, so I was excited that we could use a calculator, because I'm a calculator type person, or I like to see everything on my paper. They also give you a scratch paper and a pencil during the test, so that was good for if you're that type of learner. I'm parched, excuse me. I got thirsty. Anyways, so science, I'm not a good science person. I've never been a science person, but I've taken biology, A&P 2, anatomy and physiology 1, and that's it. That's all the science I took. And next semester I have to take chemistry. So I think that's where my weakness was, because I haven't took chemistry yet, and there's a lot of chemistry on the test. And then I kind of like didn't study through the science part, because I don't know, just thinking, I was like, okay, science gotta be common sense. No, boy was I wrong. Like, they have a lot of different questions about speed of light and different diagrams, and like, even though I took A&P 2 and 1, I think they only had like 2 or 3 A&P questions on there. So if you took chemistry, like, you should do really good. But for me, I haven't took chemistry, so that was like my weaker points. You have to make a 120 at my school, so I think I'm gonna this time around, I'm going to study more of the chemistry and see, you know, what I need to work on. Am I in focus? I think it's very important for you guys to prepare for this exam. You know, I didn't see many videos going up. The first time I was taking my PAX, I did not see many videos of the PAX. So I definitely just wanted to come in here and make a video for you guys and let y'all know exactly what you need to study. And if you're a science person, then you should do great. But if you're not, get into your NLN book and start studying. I will start timing myself on these tests. I'm actually going to take my NLN PAX over. My school offers it in July, but I'm going to try to go take it somewhere else just for some extra practice, because you know, the higher you get, the more chances, the higher your chances are of going into the higher your chances are is going into clinicals. So I would definitely just try your hardest on the exam. And you know, if you didn't get the grade that you wanted to get or the score you wanted to get the first time, you can always take it over. Some schools have different timings that you could take it over, but you know, that's what it's there for. This book is here to help you out, and I would just really treat this book like it's your Bible, because my first time taking it, I went over the book, but I didn't really really care, because I was like, not saying I didn't care, I wasn't really prepared. That's a better word. I wasn't really prepared, because I'm like, okay, well, most of the test has to be common sense. I've had a 3.8 my whole time in college, so I'm like, okay, I must be somewhat smart, you know. So I would really just study this book and get into it about chemistry, and know how to change your decimals and your fractions and your percentage back and forth, like to change a decimal to a fraction. We all know that you gotta multiply or divide by 100, and then you know, if it has a decimal and it's telling you which fraction is it, you know, if it's multiple choice, all you gotta do is go divide the fractions and, you know, see which one comes out to be a decimal, and that's your answer. So I think that was one of my biggest mistakes, because I kind of like forgot how to do that from, not pre-calculus, but from college algebra. So I was like, oh, by the time the test was finished, I finally was like, dang, I forgot how to do that. But then when the test was finished, I finally remembered. So I would really just brush up on all my basic math skills. I would brush up on a lot of science, a lot of chemistry, A&P 1 and 2. And if you're a reader, that's good, but if you're not, time yourself to read 6 passages, answer 5 questions, and 30 questions afterwards, because that 35 minutes goes like this. But I just wanted to come here, you guys, and share my experience with my PAX. I think that the best thing for you to do is just to breathe. Don't go in there being so nervous, because I was so nervous. I was looking around like, oh my gosh, this test is about to determine the rest of my life, you know. So I would definitely just breathe, and I know next time I'm going to take the exam, I'm just gonna breathe, and I'm gonna breeze through it. I'm gonna make sure I'm prepared, I'm gonna make sure I study, and I'm gonna make sure I'm ready for this exam, because when you want something, you're gonna go get it. And being an RN is something that I want, and that's something that I need to provide for my son. I want to help my husband provide for us. So I'm gonna go get it. And if you have that drive and determination, you can do it by all means necessary. If you have any questions at all about the PAX, you know to leave them down below in the comments. Make sure you give this video a thumbs up, and make sure you click the subscribe button. It should be right down there. And I will be bringing more videos about the PAX, and more videos about my nursing journey and my journey to getting into nursing school, and then when I start clinicals. I'm gonna keep you guys updated so much. So if you have any questions at all, just let me know, and I'll try my best to answer them. Have a great day, you guys.